All right, hey buddy, this is Kevin here with LaGrange's golf coach and football coach, Ben Thrasher. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. We're here to talk about the golf program and a really cool thing. You were actually selected as the GHSA Golf Coach of the Year, which is an incredible honor. But like we were talking about, the award's in your name, but there are a lot of people who helped get this program where it is now. And I'm sure you appreciate everybody, and I'm sure you want to share this award with them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm I guess the name on paper as the head coach, but got so much help between Alan Crawford, who's a staple with our golf program for years, Solomon Whitfield, Heath Taylor really mans our JV program. He allows the JV guys to get a lot of experience by taking them all over the place.
Right.
And then even Kelsey Platt, who's the girls coach,
doing a great job.
She does a great job with our program. And obviously Coach Pauly and Coach Mr. Bozeman do a great job of supporting us from the top down.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I'm the one getting the award, but it's a program award.
Yeah.
And obviously I couldn't do any of it if it weren't for my wife Megan and our kids. Like we've got 4 kids, so she holds the fort down at home, and that allows me to go and pour into the kids in the golf program. So I couldn't do any of this without her support.
Yeah.
So.
And I see them a lot too. So that's one of the cool things about LaGrange High School. Since I've been here, it's always been a real family-friendly environment here. So that's a really cool thing for a dad, isn't it?
It is. It is. I mean, if it wasn't, it would be hard for us to do our job. I mean, you know, my sons are at practice every day. They're running around throwing the ball with the players. Like big brothers show them at football practice, and the same at golf. You know, they want to be just like them on the golf course, and they beg me to go out there and play and stuff. So it's really great. It's a great experience for them as kids to be around.
But this is still a cool honor, though. And the great thing you mentioned before the championship game in Mercedes-Benz.
John Hall, for checkout, please.
Before one of the championship games, they're actually going to recognize the coaches of the year. So how cool is that going to be for you to be able to be down there on the floor?
Yeah, it's going to be neat. And so we'll get recognized, me and the rest of the Georgia High School Association Coaches of the Year will be recognized between the 3A state championship game and the 6A state championship game. So it'll be really awesome if we're coming off of a win, and I'm stepping away from celebrating the state championship football game and to get that award. But either way, it's a really big honor, and and I'm not real sure I deserve it, but I appreciate the Georgia High School Association acknowledging the hard work that our program does.
Absolutely. When did you kind of decide? Obviously, I know coaching is something you've done for a while. When did you kind of decide, being a golf coach would be something that would be really cool to do?
Well, I grew up playing golf. I played golf in high school, and so I'm passionate about the game of golf, and really passionate about high school golf because it was one of the better experiences I had in high school. We were a pretty talented team.
And what school was that?
Upsonley.
Upsonley.
Yeah, I was fortunate to be on a team with a group of good golfers. We finished in the top 3 or 4 in a lot of tournaments we played in. We finished in the top, I think 5 in state my senior year. In fact, I was the only senior. We had 4 seniors. I was the only one that didn't sign a scholarship out of high school. So we had 3 other high school golfers that signed scholarships. And so, we were pretty good. And, I wanted to be able to recreate that environment and that, program, and then build on it and give our guys here something that a lot of other high school golf programs don't have. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now.
Right, no doubt. And I know I talked to you when you came here, you were aware of the tradition this program had. I know a goal of yours was to kind of help get that program back to where they're competing at the highest level and competing for state championships. And they're pretty dang close right now to doing that.
Yeah, we are. We fell a little bit short last year of winning the state championship, and it's not championship or bust, but in our mindset is we've got the talent to compete in 3A right now. So we felt like we had an opportunity to win a state championship last year, and we feel that way again this year. So going into this year, I don't know if we're going to even talk about it. We're just going to show up and go to work and try to compete from the beginning of the season to the end. We start the season with 2 tournaments down in South Georgia. In the first week of the season, we're down there on Saturday at Camden, and then we play on a Monday in Jekyll Island. Back to back, so we'll start fast, and our goal is to get better as the season goes. We don't want to be playing our best golf in February.
And each one of these golfers, first of all, they're really neat people. They're excellent golfers too, and they're all competitors. And the great thing about where the program is right now, you have some really talented guys, but one tournament, it could be this player, the next tournament, it could be somebody else. So it's nice to have that depth, and that's another thing you've really tried to build, I know.
Right, yeah, we've got, in the whole program, in the boys program, I think we've got 24, 25 boys.
Wow.
So that's a blessing. We're blessed to have those guys in our program. And I think this year will be our deepest season, roster-wise, as far as able to play in a varsity tournament.
Right.
In the past, we've had probably 7, maybe 8 guys that we could rotate. We've got probably 10 or 11 that can fight for spots this year.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just being the number 5 or 6 guy. We've got guys that will be number 1 this year that may have never been number 1 before, and that's with 3 seniors coming back that have played for 4 years.
Yeah.
So, we're deep and we're talented. It's just a matter of us putting it together all at one time.
Right. I know a big part of it too is when you came, you've really worked to kind of work with the middle school program as well, and they're doing big things down there, Gardner Newman. How nice is that to kind of have that feeder system down there?
Yeah, that's super important. You know, we didn't have it when I first got here. I've never had one of those anywhere I've been. And so for us to get that put together and get it rolling, I think they had 11 boys this year on the boys team, and they had 4 girls this year on the girls team. And that's the future of our program.
Right.
So to see those guys go and compete, and we've got some talented kids down there. We're getting some this year that played middle school for 2 years, and then this year's 8th grader, Ben Lupian, made the All-Stars, and the 7th grader, Bentley Henderson, made the All-Stars for the middle school leagues that they're in. So they're super talented too, super talented young men, and then the other guys in that program are just getting better too from the experience.
Right. I know something we talked about before too, to have the access to the golf courses we have in this community. Obviously the country club is super for you guys out there at the fields. That's really nice too, to have people at the country club in the fields that work with y'all and understand how important high school golf is.
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously wouldn't be able to do what we do without their support. We host 5 tournaments during the regular season, plus we host the area tournament and the state championship. We've hosted the state championship. This will be our 3rd year in a row.
It's going to be here again next year.
Yeah, we'll have Highland Country Club this upcoming spring, so this will be the 3rd year in a row we've hosted the state. We'll host the area tournament at Callaway again this year, and then we'll host the state tournament at Highland.
Right.
And so, you know, their support, those 2 courses, including Callaway, and now I know they're not technically in Troop, but you know.
Jalen Brooks, Traviana Reed, for checkout, please.
The folks that at all those courses do a great job of supporting us, and you know, and so we're tremendously blessed because there's teams across the state that don't have they go to the driving range twice a week, and then they'll be able to get on the course once. So we're extremely blessed to have the resources that we have and the support.
Real quick, tell the folks, I know you mentioned you went to Upson Lee. Where'd you go to college?
I graduated, I went around the world. I graduated from Auburn. I was a student assistant with the football team there.
Oh, nice.
And I was a graduate assistant / administrative assistant / analyst nowadays is what they call them. I was there for 3 years. So I worked with the Auburn football program for 3 years. And then I started my high school job when Coach Tuberville got fired. Our staff got dismantled, and I got into high school football and high school golf down in south of Georgia in Camden County. And how you went from Camden County to LaGrange? No, I went. Stops? Yeah, there were some stops between. I went from Camden to Peach County. And from Peach County to Monroe area, Monroe area to Lamar, and Lamar to here.
Gotcha.
So I've been around. But this is the longest I've ever been anywhere, and I love absolutely. My family loves it here, and it's a great place to raise a family and to be a coach.
Well, it's kind of like my journey. I came here in 2002. I'd been to like 5 different places. And then you find a place that feels like home, and that's where you end up staying. And I'm sure you're grateful that you found a home for you and your family here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great place. My kids love it. They they're already talking about my son wants a Granger blue truck when he turns 16. So it's definitely a special place. You know, then all the coaches in the county talk about how good it is to have competitive teams in all sports across all 3 schools. So it's really a great place to be athletically, educationally. It's just a really good place. We're fortunate to be here.
Yeah, Coach Napier, man, he has this football program rolling, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and he's great to work with. He's one of the best to do it. So blessed to be here, and want to keep this thing rolling for a couple more weeks this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, Coach Thrasher.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
Golf
you.
Coach of the Year, following in the footsteps of Coach Kenny Moore, who was the
Yeah, he
tennis.
was tennis coach of the year last year.
Yeah, they won a state championship, so who knows, right?
Yeah, well, we've got to show up and work. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we've got opportunity, and I'm looking forward to this spring, see what we can do.
All right, thanks so much.
Yes,
Coach.
sir. Thank you so
All right,
much.